in that one. Alright. Good afternoon, everybody. Everybody who's here so far. I'm sure other people are going to start showing up here, but again, this is just a webinar to show you guys actually all the features of Target View Trades, the TV trades, and I'll show you how to use it. For those of you guys that have been using it, for those of you guys that have had access to it for a while, I know that since I don't remember when, since maybe December or January or something like that, passport holders of the TIQ program, My Trading IQ, and CFRN have had access to it. That is all going to stop on Friday. On Friday, no more trials unless you're on a trial. So I wanted to make sure that everybody knew what they had. All right. Now, the whole idea behind TV trades is that you don't really need to do anything but put it on your chart. Okay, it gives you all the information that you need. When you, I want to get into a couple other things too. I guess I can in a minute, but if I just shut this off, now I don't have anything on this chart. And when you sign up for TradingView, that's how to sign up for TradingView. All that information is in here. If you don't already have TradingView charts, you have to have TradingView charts to use this. All right. So to get TradingView charts, you can go here to targetviewtrades.com. Just click on Getting Charts. Click on this right here, and it'll walk you through all of this stuff. All right. I would recommend starting out by paying for the monthly. If you're only going to watch a couple of things, then do the essential. If you're going to do more than a couple of things, do the plus. The thing to look at down here is how many price alerts you can have, how many technical alerts you can have. All right, 100 and 100. There's a big difference, and that's a huge difference. And I have the premium. You can see this is what I have, so I can have up to 400. See, with the essential, you can look at 2 charts at a time, and with the plus, you can look at 4 charts at a time. Now, if you're trading futures, or if you're trading a bunch of different things, that's good. I can look at up to 8 charts at a time. If you're trading futures and if you're trading other things, then that's good. It's good to have. But if you're only going to have it for the alerts and you're only going to be looking at 1 or 2 things, then just get the essential. They do have a free program that you can get too, but the free program is pretty limited as to everything that you can get. You can only have like 2 indicators on it. You can only have 1 chart. You can only have 1 layout. You can't, I don't think you can have any persistent price alerts. Excuse me. When I say persistent price alerts, what I mean is, see right here, there's nothing on this chart right here. There's nothing showing on this chart. All the price alerts that I created earlier today, they're all still active. So all these price alerts are still active. Okay, these are all the alerts that we got today. So if I were to just click on this right here, click on that. If I had the TV trades on, it would go exactly to where that it was. It was at 1420, had a buy condition met at 1420 on Tesla. So right here, had a buy condition met on Tesla. Okay, and on AMD, had a buy condition met wherever that was, 1420 at the same time, right here, the same bar, had a buy condition met there. I don't have the indicators on here yet, but this is what you would get if you had it on your phone. This is the kind of information that you would get. I'll show you what you would get on if you had it sent to your phone. Let me show you what that looks like. Here it is right here. These are some messages that I had sent to my phone earlier today. Okay, this was at 1:25. It says today, and it said, it said there was an alert on Microsoft, a possible buy, and then it actually gave the buy. Now, if we go and look at that, I watched that whole thing happen. The alert on Microsoft, and here it was, buy condition met was right here. Now, if I throw TV trades on here, you don't have to do anything to it. Just click on it 1 time, and it's on the chart. Okay, it will be. There it is. Let me connect again. It will be on the chart. And see, it's on the chart. And if I click on this Microsoft buy, right here, the buy was right here. Click on that, and here it was right here. All right. Now that was alerted to me on the phone, and that was alerted to me when I was going through the afternoon session with Dwayne earlier. It was alerted to me right here, and that's what I showed you right there. And I just got 2 more alerts right here on Netflix. Netflix possible buy soon. So if I click on that, it's going to show the Netflix possible buy soon right here. This is possible long soon over here. Now the reason it said that was because we had this blue bar here on the red background. When you have that, that alerts you that that things are about to trigger, things are likely to trigger soon. Okay, and this is on. I did all these on 5-minute charts this morning. The only thing I did not do on a 5-minute chart were the ES alerts. Okay, and we can go and look at some of those alerts too. But the whole idea, again, is that you don't have to really do anything. You just have to put it on your chart and let it do the work for you. Let it tell you what to do. Right here it said, it gave us this warning that I showed you on my phone. Is this all about stocks? It doesn't work in futures. Michael G, just hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. We'll get to the futures in a minute, okay? You're going to like that part. Okay. Just hang for a few minutes, all right? It won't take long. So I was just showing the same stuff that I'm doing right here. Look, if we go down here on the ES back here, it said possible buy soon on the ES right here at 1328. So that was right here. It said possible buy soon. And then there's your ES buy. Okay, right there. 7 range, 1336. Bang. Right there. So it works on everything. Right here it said possible sell soon at 1132. 1132, that was right here. It said possible sell soon. Now I don't have the shorts on here, but if I put the shorts on, you'll see that there. The shorts are not on by default. Okay, but if I put that on, it said possible sell soon right there, then you got your sell signal right there. Okay, right here, again on the ES, 1048, possible buy, that was right here, 1048, possible buy, right here, 1049, buy. And your stop on this is going to be down here, so that did not stop out. Okay, I just wanted to, you seem like you were impatient, me going through the stock stuff, so I just wanted to show you that right away. So, and you know, when you get one of these, like this is because this is a range bar, I'm not going to be able to go back and show you what it is, but like on this long right here, it gives you this information, but you can add more to that information if you want to. You can put in the risk reward on there. You can actually show target lines on the chart if you want to. Okay, so it gave you this information right here. It gave you the warning right here, and it gave you that warning. In this case, I don't know how much sooner it was. Yeah, well, I can look right here, I guess. It was 13:23:39, and then it triggered 5 minutes later on that bar. Okay, so you had plenty of time to get ready for that and be prepared for the trade. All right, and the stop on this, you can see right here, the entry point is right here, 52.47 was the entry point right here. Okay, 52.47. The stop is going to be right down here at the bottom of this bar. So the stop is 52.44. Number of points, it was a 3-point stop. Okay, in this case, it was a 3-point stop. Your risk reward, 3.4. So that means your first target, 3.4, is going to be 3 times 3.4. So it'll be about a 10-point target in this particular case. Okay, right there. The first target was all the way up here, was your first target. Okay, with the stop just being here, your first target was there, and it went right through that first target, and the second target, and the third target. And I'm only showing 3 targets. You can show up to 5 targets if you want to. Okay, 5 targets if you want to. And I don't know where the other targets are. There they are right there, 52.85. So it's not up there to the other ones yet, but well, it'll show all the targets in. Show all the targets in there. 52.85 and 53.08 are the next targets up. Okay. This is not on NinjaTrader. This is only on TradingView. All right, it's only on TradingView. That's why I showed you how to get the TradingView charts. If you go out here to targetviewtrades.com, just click on TradingView charts, get in here, and you can get your charts right in here. Okay. This is how much it costs per month, and then the data for futures, the data is $7 a month. For stocks, you don't really have to pay for the data, but if you do, they have a Arca is what they get it from, or something like that. Where they get it from, I'll show you in a minute. But the data is pretty cheap. It's like $2 a month or something like that if you want to pay for data for the stocks. Okay. So I wanted to show you that it works on everything. It doesn't just work on stocks, but it works on everything. And the beauty of it is you don't need to know how to do anything. You don't need any other indicators. Like I keep getting people in the room in the morning, because I've been doing this stuff forever, Dwayne and I have been together for just about 20 years, and we've been doing futures forever. Okay, so I wanted to break out of futures and get into stocks to make something for everybody, so you don't have to be trading futures. I know a lot of the people that are in here have been following me for years and years, and you know all the stuff that we normally do, where we have like this on the chart, for instance. I think it'll show up. Maybe it won't. But we have the context PP and all that stuff that we trade. Here it is. It's coming up. It's just taking a little while. That. Now, I want to point out to you guys, those of you guys that follow me in the morning, that have been following me for years with my trading IQ and the CFRN, this is not the same thing. You should not be using them together. Okay? I mean, you can find ways to use them together if you want to, but you're going to get things confused. Like this blue arrow has nothing to do with this blue arrow, and this blue arrow, and this blue arrow, and this blue arrow, and that purple arrow. They have nothing to do. This red arrow has nothing to do with TIQ. This has nothing to do with TIQ. These have nothing to do with TV trades. Okay? You're gonna confuse yourself if you try to mix it all up. The idea for this is you don't need anything else. All right? You just put it on and do what it says. So, you can mix it up. I know I do have a lot of guys. There are a lot of you guys out there that are following, from Trading IQ, that have come over and are doing the TV trade stuff right now, and you're doing really well with it. Mixing things up, like putting the ribbon on, for instance, just the ribbon, and not trading when the ribbon is flat, things like that. You can do that if you want to. There is one thing that I built into this that, again, I don't want you to have things that you look at that are going to make you second guess the trades. All right, I want you to see it and take it, see it and take it, see it and take it. And if the risk is too much, if the stop is too big, if 3 points is too big of a stop for you, don't take it. If you go to a smaller time frame, this is on a 7 range. If you go to a smaller time frame, like let's go down to a 4 range. There's the range bars. Here they are. Let's go down to a 4 range. Okay, you're still going to get good signals, but your stops, like this one right here, the stop on this one is 1.5 points. Okay, the stop is 1.5 points. Now your target's going to be closer. All that stuff is going to be closer. This is a good chance for me to explain something else to you too. But if you go down to a smaller time frame, if you don't want your stops to be that big, then that's all you have to do. You still get the same signals, you get the same alerts, you get the same everything. It'll just be from a smaller time frame, and you can see everything works good. It works really well in here. So that's up to you. It's up to you how you want to do it. Now, one of the things that I wanted to point out here is that you see how I just switched to a 4-tick range, and we have this blue arrow right here, but we don't have an alert for it. That's because these alerts that you create, I used the word persist a few minutes ago. These alerts that you create in here, they're there until you cancel them. So I can like be on a total different chart, different workspace, whatever. Like the stuff that I created on my laptop downstairs has been going off over here this morning on my phone. That one thing that I showed you, that this, I created that on my laptop this morning, in a whole other room in my house, and that triggered on my phone while I was sitting right here. You don't have to be watching it. You don't even have to have your charts up. If you turn it on, it's going to trigger. Until you cancel it, it's going to trigger. So this one right here, I didn't set an alert for this. Now let me just show you how to set the alerts really quick, okay? It's really easy. You click on alert right here. Click on alert. Come in here and choose what you're going to put the alert on. Now I have 2 indicators over here that I could possibly choose, right? Now the context PP also has alerts on it, so I'm just going to put the context PP off. All right, so I only have one thing here that I can do an alert on. Come in here, and you can do it on the actual price if you want to. I don't know if you guys know that, but you can do it on the price. You can do crossing and put in a price number so you get alerted when it crosses a price, but that's a whole other subject. In here you choose TV trades, and then you choose what kind of alert you want to have. Do you want to have a buy alert? Do you want to buy warning to go with that alert? Do you want a sell alert and a sell warning to go with that? So you say yes, so you want to buy alert. Make sure you choose once per bar close, okay? You want to choose once per bar close. Otherwise, if it starts to trigger in the middle of a bar, See that Netflix one just popped up. And an ES one just popped up. You want to make sure you choose once per bar close, alright? Because you don't, if it's doing something like this, if you're on a time-based bar and it's going up and down like this, it could meet the requirements to trigger the alert. And every time it does it, it could, it could trigger it again and again and again. That's why you have these things. I do once per bar close. Down here you can name it something else if you want, or you can name it like this is, let's say ES 4 range, and what is this, by? You make it ES4 range by, and I'll hit create. Now you can put whatever message you want it to display in here. That's going to be this text right here. Okay, but if I hit create on this, and now there it is, ES4 range by. The bold stuff is what I just created for the name, so that'll make it easier for me to understand exactly what it is. But that's how simple it is to create the alert. Can this be set up for auto trade? You would think so, but no. I mean, you can. It's as close as you can get. All you have to do, Michael, is know how to put the trade on. All right, it tells you everything about the trade, where to put it on, how to put it on, where the stop should be, where your target should be. It tells you everything you need to know about the trade. It does not do auto trade. Okay, it doesn't auto trade for you. That's a whole other thing, and that's a whole thing I don't want to get into. But yeah, so that's how it works with the ES. And if you want to change it to anything else, like we just had another one, this alert right here. I got it on my phone before I got it down here, which is kind of odd. But this said ES short sell soon, and the reason it said that is because we got this red bar with a blue background. That's why I got the possible short soon right there. Now this right here is something that I changed recently. You can go in here and display that warning or not display the warning. Okay, if you shut that off, it should shut it off. Did I shut it off on the right one? I'm not sure I did. Hang on. Yeah, I did. Okay, there it goes. Okay, you can turn it on or shut it off if you want to. And I actually shifted it over. It works. Yeah, it works all the time. Whenever you have it set, that's what I was just saying. D. If you have this thing, set, it's gonna go off whenever the alert happens. I don't know if I have any in here. Scroll all the way down to the bottom. I don't know if I have any. I thought I canceled them all out this morning and started over. There's some in the pre-market down here. Okay, and we're into yesterday, and yeah, it'll, as long as you have it running, it's gonna let you know. It's gonna alert you. So it'll set you up at night. It can do it, anytime you do it. And and it's not, obviously, it's not just for futures. I have all these alerts up here set up. This morning I got up because I knew the PPI was coming out this morning, and I wanted to see what kind of alerts I was going to get, what kind of trades were going to trigger based on information that came out of the PPI. So I set up these FANG things. That's why I called it the 5-minute FANG. I set up all these FANGs to see what kind of alerts they were going to give. And you can see, well, if I actually go down here, let's just go into the symbol. But if I go down here and possible buy soon, well, AMD buy condition met, I don't think that really went anywhere. We'll click on the AMD one. Here it is. Now the stop would have been down here, so it went up from the buy condition met. If you look at some of these other ones, Meta buy condition met, that was from down here, and it just ran up. Apple buy condition met, that wasn't too long ago. We got the Apple one, and that was from down here. That was at 13:45, so that was just less than an hour ago. Actually, no, 2 hours ago, I guess. Less than 2 hours ago. But all these things, you just have to put it on. It's going to alert you when it's ready, when it happens. It's a really simple process, and you can put it on anything you want. If you want to look at larger time frames, you can put it on larger time frames. If you want to look at dailies and things like that, if you want to trade options, for instance, you look at something on a much larger time frame, like maybe a 30-minute chart. Okay, you look at the 30-minute chart, and when you get a buy here on the 30-minute chart, or sell on the 30-minute chart, if you get a buy on it, do I have everything on there properly? I just want to make sure I do. Yeah, if you get a buy or a sell on the 30-minute chart, you might want to consider buying some calls or puts, or selling some calls or puts. It's not really giving a whole lot of signals in here for this, but hang on, let me bring it back in here. Yeah, the shorts did not do well here with the Apple 30-minute chart. Usually I don't do the shorts at all with the equities. I just leave the longs on with the equities because most people are not going to be shorting stocks. Okay, they're going to be buying stocks. And the last alert that it gave was back here on the 2nd of May. It was a long back here. So, you can do that. I mean, you can do it with crypto too. If you do like Bitcoin, for instance. Do Bitcoin. And this is on a 30-minute chart. And it gave a long here. It gave a long here. It didn't go anywhere. This doesn't have any shorts on it, but you could put shorts on that as well. Long there, long here. And if you go to the daily chart with Bitcoin, you see it would have had you in like 2 times in the last 6 months, I think, right? Yeah, once back here in October, and once here in January. So it works with everything on all time frames. And you don't have to think about anything. And the table itself, sadly, I cannot move the table. You can't grab it and make it draggable, make it resizable. They limit me severely with that, I think. But you can do some things with it. First, you can make it smaller by limiting the number of targets in it. And you can change the text in it, the text size. You can make the text size smaller, like that, or larger, like that. You can move it around a little bit to the left, center, or right of the chart if you want to. Okay, that was back here. The text size depends on you, and the color of the text and all that stuff. You can change all that around too if you want to. You can change the text color. You can change the table background color. But if you're going to change that to white, you don't want the text to be white, right? So you got to change the text color. You can do whatever you want with that kind of stuff. I gave you everything you need to be able to change all that stuff around. And yeah, so that's the majority of it. Before I go too far, I'm going to go here and just show you if you want to take a trial with this. Go here to targetviewtrades.com and right here, click on this. It's only $25 a week after the trial. Alright, if you want to do it on a monthly, I'll give you a better rate than that. And if you want to do it on an annual, I'll give you a better rate than both of those. But hit to subscribe now if you want to get started with the trial. That's targetviewtrades.com. The trial is right there. Right. Last time I did this, I totally forgot to say all that stuff. The last one that I did is right here. The last webinar like this that I did is right here from a week ago. Right, that one went okay. The one I did before that was horrible. But there's instructions in here for how to use everything. These videos that I made are pretty recent. The alerts, how to set up the alerts. Now in here, I've learned a new trick since I created this video. I'll show you the difference in a minute. Getting charts, I just showed you that. Setting it all up, it's really just a one-step activation on your charts. This is a PDF that kind of goes through most of it, but a lot has changed since I created this PDF, and I haven't had time to go in there and update it. But you see in here how how it used to give you these alerts, these labels as alerts. Now I changed that all, put it in the table. It's just easier to see, and I change it so everything follows it around. This is all that used to be in here. You can see that it's changed a little bit since then. That's all that used to be in the properties, and now the properties have just a few more things in there. Everything that I do, everything that I created, evolves. Can the move to the bottom? Can I move it to the bottom? I didn't create a thing to move it to the bottom. I'm pretty sure I can create something to move it to the bottom, but I didn't create a thing to move it to the bottom. John? I mean, the natural way that people, well, at least in the United States when you're reading English, the natural way that people read is from, left to right, top to bottom. But I can put it, I think I can create it so it'll go to the bottom. I make that an option. Yeah, but that's, let's see, I wanted to explain options within the settings, show the different arrow colors. Yeah, that was another thing. one of our guys, because it's blue on blue like that, and the red on red is a little easier to see, but if you wanted to go in here, you can change the colors of the arrows too. That's text here. No, those are pivots in the text, so it's in here. Yeah, you can change the colors of the arrows, and if you change them to black, whether it's long or short, if you change them to black, it's really gonna stand out on the chart. Okay, see, the black really jumps out on the chart. And if I put the shorts back on, I don't think I have them on right now. If I put the shorts back on, you'll see that you can see the direction pretty easily, and it jumps off the chart pretty well. So you have all of that type of stuff that you can work with. Now, let's see. What else did I want to do? I wanted to show you. I showed you multiple markets, different color arrows, the options within the settings. Did I cover all the options within the settings? In here, oh, the bias level. I didn't cover this. This is something that I created specifically for guys who are trading futures. It also works on everything else, really, but for guys who are doing futures, like, let's go to the ES again. We'll go to this ES right here. Okay, this is ES on the 7 range. Now you're going to get into places where you'll have longs and shorts going back to back in opposite directions. I don't really see any big ones like that yet right in here, but there will be places where that happens. And if you wanted to create a bias, you can go in here and do enable bias level. Alright, if you check that box, it's not going to put anything new on the chart, but did you see how it just got rid of all those shorts? It doesn't put anything new on the chart, but what it does, this 233 refers to a simple moving average. So it's only going to give you longs above the 233 SMA, or give you shorts below the 233 SMA. Okay, so right through here, if I were to put a 233 SMA on there, if you go here and you just do this and go to technicals, now I don't want you guys to be putting stuff on the charts, but I know moving average simple. I know that there will be times where it will, it's just on close, 233 simple moving average on close. If it's above it, you're only going to get longs. Okay? If it's below it, you're only going to get shorts. Okay, I don't know. Let's go over here. There we go. We're below it, we're only getting shorts. Below it, only getting shorts. Okay? Now right there, it's above it, only getting longs. Now the reason I don't want you to have that visibly on the chart is really because of stuff like this right here or right here, where you might be making, you might be saying, oh, that's really close. Well, it's really close, I'm just going to ignore it. Or it's really close, I'm not going to do it. I don't want you thinking those things. The whole idea behind this is that you don't think that much. The idea is that you see the signal, you take the signal. Okay, you see the signal, you take the signal. And you can overthink it if you want to. You can add more stuff if you want to. But in the end, I don't know how that's going to work out for you. It does a really good job without you having to do all that. And you're going to have cases like this right here where you say, well, why didn't that give you a signal? It didn't meet all the requirements. It just plain didn't meet all the requirements for the signal. You might have gotten a short right in here. Yeah, we got a short right there, and see if I shut that off. Then it did. That's why it didn't give you a signal right there, because it was below the 233. If you shut the bias off, it did give you a signal. If you leave the bias on, it's going to eliminate some of those trades. Okay. Hang on, let me scroll up to the top. I feel like I'm missing. Does the subscription price change after the trial week is set? No, it doesn't. Nope. Joan. Does it make money? If so, any testimonies? It does make money, yes, and I haven't posted any testimonies, but I'm sure I can have people give me testimonies to post. Let me see if any of those people are in here that have been using it for a while. Actually, people that have been using it for a while are not in here. Some of the people are, but I haven't asked. The testimonies that I did ask for, early on, I do have some. I just haven't posted them anywhere. So I guess I should do that. Thanks for reminding me of that. Let me write that down. Make a note. I haven't done that yet. But, I mean, obviously you can see that it does make money. It's made money for me. It's made money for other people. We have one guy in the morning. You guys know it. All you guys that follow me in the morning, you know about Ray, who just trades Exxon. And he has like one good trade a day that he does, usually at the open. It's usually it's an Exxon on a 15 range. And usually daily at the open, it will give you a long trade and go up $1, usually. Let me see if I got anything else in here. Let's undo that and undo the shorts. Okay, so usually at the open it's going to be like this. Oops, what the heck, man? Usually at the open it's going to be like that. That was at the close, but usually at 9:30 he's going to have something right in here that's going to give a long trade. And he does it most days. Right here, that was in the middle of it. But I know he's making $500 to $1,000 a day making that one trade. And let's see. I'm looking through the list here. Does it? No. Let me see. If I scroll up here, Joan, does the switcher price change after the first week, after the trial? No, it's $25 a week. If you want to do it on a monthly, it's $90 a month. You just gotta let me know. I didn't put that on the website. Okay, if you want to do it on a monthly. The weekly is kind of tough, but it's not tough. It's easy to do. It's every week it's gonna bill you $25, but it's a low entry price, super low entry price for people to get in and try out. Let's see. I think I've answered all the questions at this point. I'm happy to answer more and go over more stuff. Let me just see. Did I finish going through all this stuff in here? I don't know. I showed you the bias level, how that works. Showed the target lines on the chart. If you put them on, there's something I should tell you about the target lines. All right, the target lines are associated with the last arrow. Okay, and when you get the arrow, it is going to carry forward the last target lines for 5 bars. All right, so let me go see if there's something that's triggered recently that is going to show that. Now, see, this was down here. We had all those. Let me see if we have something that's triggered recently. Apple, the buy condition admit. Nope. Hang on. Well, anyway, I'll just tell you. It's going to carry the prior arrows forward for 5 bars. So like you get this one right here that's got a long. If the last one was a short, it's going to have all those arrows from the short showing down here until you get to the 5th bar. Then it'll wipe those out and you only have the long arrows. Okay, that's just to keep as a reference for you. If you're showing short arrows. If you don't have the shorts on, then it's not going to do that because you won't have any short arrows. Right. That was one of the things that I wanted to do. Let me go through here. I just want to make sure I covered everything in here. All right. Display warning, I covered that. The bias level, the number of targets, table position, the colors, the pivot labels. I didn't draw that in. You can put the pivots in here like this. If you click on that, it's going to put the pivots in. That's basically where you're going to get the targets from, right, is the pivots. And you can put that in so you can see where price is gone, where price is likely to go back to, if you want to have those in there. I mean, you don't have to. I don't have them showing anywhere. You don't really have to have them showing, but you can if you want to. Right, that's an option. The look back, when it's creating the targets, it's looking back at those pivots, and sometimes it'll look back beyond the amount of data that you subscribe to. If it does that, the whole display is going to go away, and it's going to put an exclamation point up here. I gotta figure that out and make a better way to do that. But it's going to put an exclamation point up here. If you get the exclamation point, it's going to say data timed out. All you have to do is come in here down here at the bottom, change the look back, like subtract 500 from it, make it 4,000, something like that. That'll take care of it. It'll tell it not to look back that far. And I think that's all the setting stuff, right? Style, visibility, all that. I put descriptions of everything right here. If you click on the I for information, like I show you how I calculate the risk reward. This is only the risk reward to the first target. All right, it's to the first target. Ideally, you want that number to be above 1. What it's saying is it's taking the difference between the entry and the stop, and the difference between the entry and the first target, and dividing them, dividing the first target difference by the stop difference. And ideally, you want that number to be greater than 1. Okay, there will be times where it's not, because yeah, you can subscribe on a yearly basis too, if you want to. It's $90 a month, $9.97 a year, $9.97 a year. Okay. For trading ES on 7-tick range, do you still prefer the ribbon way, or is this easier? Well, it's two totally different things, John. You know, if you're talking about trading IQ, and if you're going to do my trading IQ stuff, you know, you're going to learn how to trade with my trading IQ. With this, you're just learning when to trade. You're not learning how to trade, you're just learning when to trade. Two totally different things. Okay. But this, you know, like you can put it on the ES. You know, if we just go to the ES, you can see, now if we go back to the 4 range, I don't know if we've got anything triggered here yet on the 4 range. Did we get anything on the 4 range yet? Any alerts? We got a 7 range, possible sell soon. And that was this red bar right here that gives that possible sell soon, and then didn't give me the actual trigger. But you can see in here, it works fine. And now this is the S. You can do it on the NQ too. You know, if you throw it on the NQ, and you want to do the NQ, probably not on a 7 range. And I thought I shut those off. Okay, thought I shut those off. But anyway, you can do the NQ, the same thing. Okay, I don't have the shorts on again, do I? Did I shut the shorts off? I did. Okay, and this is the NQ on a 7 range, which is going to be way too fast. But if you go to the 15 range that I normally use for the NQ, you can see it does the same stuff. And you know, it'll alert you a bar ahead of time, usually. Okay, if you put that bias on, if you turn it on for the futures, it's going to get rid of a lot of the trades probably. Be trading more with the trend. You'll be going with these short trades, these really small short trades that are trading against the trend. Okay. Ray uses a 15 range. He uses a 15 range in the morning for his XOM trades. He uses a 15 range on that. And okay. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that, I think, John. I think it gives those options. Top, left, right, center, bottom, left, right, center. I think those are all options. So yeah, I can do that. Are there better MA settings for that? Yeah, you can, well, better MA, it's up to you. I just use the 233 because it's a fib number. You can put whatever you want in there. You can put, like, 1,000 in here, and it'll work. And I know, there are some guys like Rico. He uses a 55 on that. He uses a 55, and he likes using the 55. And that's going to give you, it's not going to eliminate as much. It's going to keep you in those small trades. But you can use, the question was for the 233 bias, are there better moving average settings for that depending on time frame and instrument? Yeah, there are. I mean, well, there's other ones. You don't have to use it at all, but if you do use it, it's up to you. You can find out what suits you the best. Okay, I should probably read these questions out loud. One of the questions was, can I move this box down to the bottom so you can move it on the bottom? Okay, that's what I was talking about earlier. One was about the yearly subscription that doesn't make money. Does the subscription price change after the week trial? Can the table, that was moving that. Can be set up for auto trade? No. Is it just about stocks? No. And do I have an interest rate version? No. Okay. So I think I've answered all the questions that were asked of me so far. But it can be used for Forex too. I don't use it for Forex. I don't trade Forex, but you do EURUSD. I don't even know what to do it on. Let's say Forex.com. I'm going to do that on like a 15-minute or something like that. You do it on a 15-minute. It can be used for Forex too. I don't know what the value is between all this stuff, but you know, the thing about when you go to any minute time frame, you can use the bar replay if you want to, and you can go back and like choose a spot like this, and if I put the messages back on, okay, they are on. So it's saying possible long soon because it's got, well, I don't know why it said that. There it is, possible short soon. It said that because it had the red right here on the blue background. And so you can go back and test it and play with it. Do I recommend no oscillators like the ultimate slingshot? You don't need to have anything. You don't need to have anything. You know, and it doesn't work off the same code or anything like that. The stuff that you guys, you guys that have been doing the CFRN and Trading IQ stuff with me for years, it doesn't work off the same indicators. It works off of completely different things. That's why when you put them on top of each other, like I did a little while ago, you don't see them matching up because they just don't. They're different things. So you don't need to have all that stuff. Yeah, I know. Can you put it on gold and 100 range? I can. Let's go look at that. See, this is what it looks like. None of this stuff matches up. But here, there was a request to put it on gold. So GC, do gold futures. We'll just do this one because I'm not sure what gold we're supposed to be in right now, and 100 range. Okay, so here it is on gold in 100 range. So with 100 range, that means every bar is 100 ticks with gold. Okay, so that every bar is $1,000, 100 range. And in this case right here, your stop would be down here, and your first target was right here, your next target's there and there. So your risk reward on this one right here, the risk reward wasn't that great on this one, on 100 range. But you see that one right there worked out fine, that worked out fine. This is the first one you would have stopped out on, just barely right there, you would have stopped out. Okay. I have guys that are using it on a 30 range and really doing well with the 30 range NQ. So it's, it works on everything, and I know, John, it's hard to get your head around not having any indicators on there. I know you guys, because we've been training you with indicators, how to trade technically with the indicators, using technical analysis and patterns with the indicators, that you build trust into the indicators, and that's great, and that's what we want, and that's how we've been doing it for years and years. This is basically the same stuff. You just don't see the indicators, because the indicators, they make you second guess. You can do it on micros too. Which micro do you want to look at? DS. You can put it on anything. You want to do MES or, yeah, MES. Okay, MES. Oops, it didn't go. MES. Oh wait, that's not. I guess it does work. Okay, MES. And this one. So it's the same stuff in here, and this is on 100 range with the MES. So each bar in here is, what is it, $125 with 100 range. But if you knock it down to this, it's like $62.50 is each bar in here. Okay, but your stop when you stop in points, is going to be 24 points. So that's 24 times 1.25. I guess that's what it is, I think, right? So it'd be about a $30 stop for $60 or whatever. Each bar is each bar with this is going to be $60 or something like that. It's 50 times 125, whatever that is. 50 times 1.25, 62.50. That's what I thought. But it works on anything. You can put it on anything you want. I'm not showing the shorts in here again. I must have shut the shorts off again. Oh, I do have the shorts on. Okay, I have the bias on. That's why it's not showing any shorts. Okay, so that auto-populates some shorts. There they are. The shorts there, short there, long there. Long and short. The reason you have the bias is for situations like this. If you have the bias on, you won't hit things like that. Okay, that was why I created it for futures primarily. Because you don't hit those too often with equities. You know, equities don't trade the same way that futures do. You see, by having the bias on, it eliminates that kind of stuff. So, I'll show you guys again. To get started, to get started, go here to the home page at targetviewtrades.com, the home page at Target View Trades, and subscribe right here. Click that subscribe button to get started. Okay. When you do that, you're going to have to give me your TradingView login ID. All right, your TradingView login ID is this thing. When you hover over this right here, I'm logged in as TV Trades. TV Trades. That's what mine is. If you don't have TradingView charts yet and you want to get TradingView charts just to try it out, you can try out. They'll give you a 30-day trial on the charts. They're not going to give you free data. You're going to have to pay for the data. And the data, like I said, is $7 a month. Plus tax, like $7.60 in my state. So you're gonna have to go out and get charts. So you can go here. Again, that's straight from the web page. Go to where it says Getting Charts. Just click on that. All right, and it's gonna bring you right to that page. This page here. Do the monthly. Don't do the annually. Do the monthly. They have really good sales a few times a year where they give like 70% off of the annual rate. You're gonna want to wait for that to come along. Alright, so pay the monthly until you get one of those really good sales, and then you can do the other one. But if you don't have the charts, then do this and just follow the instructions. It's really not that hard. You know, they're gonna have to. You got to put in a valid email because they're gonna send you a confirmation to the email, and then they're gonna create an ID for you. And the ID that they create is what you need to give to me. Where it says logged in is whatever you logged in is. That's what you need to give to me. Okay. I don't have this on any other charting platforms, and I don't really plan on putting it on anything else. It'd just be really hard for me to code all that and to keep track of all that. Okay. Is there going to be a community? I might make a community, John. Like a Telegram community like we have now. You know, with all the stuff that we do with Trading IQ. I might make a community like that. You know, I don't plan to be in there monitoring a community or anything like that, but you know, it's possible that I could create one. So make sure I covered everything. Okay. I think I went through all this, right? And bias level, the number of targets, a display warning, table position. I'll create that table position thing for you. I don't think that's going to be a hard thing to do. And yeah, all that stuff is done in here. The styles, you can change things around somewhat, like the background color. If you want to change that around, you can. Like if you have a black background and you want to change it to like white and yellow or some other color, you can change all that here. Instead of having it be red, you could change this over here to be some other color. You know, green, black, blue, whatever you want it to be. Okay, I have it to red and blue is what I like. and these down here, you can shut the table off altogether. If you just want to have the alerts and you don't want to have the table, you can shut it off right here. Just shut the table off. Lines, you can shut those off. The labels, these labels right here, you can shut those off. Okay, you can do that right here. I think that's all the stuff, right? Remember, it all started with just 4 little things up here. Then it grew and it grew and it grew. And this is how it grows. You guys ask for things, and I say, oh, yeah, I can make that. Now, why did you say it doesn't? You were considering that, John, because it'll put it on the bottom in a mobile? Is that what you said? Getting this to display on the bottom if I put it down to the bottom. I never really looked at the table that much on the mobile. I have a really small phone. On purpose. Okay. Does anybody, and if you guys have questions, just keep asking them. I have about 9 minutes left. Now, last time I did this, there was a countdown timer that I thought was going to expire on me. There's no countdown timer on this one this week. So I guess we're good to go. Last time I actually ran over by like a minute the last time, and I wasn't sure if the recording was going to stop or what was going to go wrong with it. But this time I think we're good to go. It did actually keep recording the last time for the extra half a minute or whatever it was that I used. Alright, so bar replay is not available for any type of range bar. I wish it was. And another thing that's not available is intra-bar indicators. If you go to like a 5-minute like this, you can see when it populates. You can see right here, the blue is behind it. And if it had an alert here, it would be triggering the alert, showing the arrow, if it had one right here. But if you go to the range bars, if you go back to these range bars, you're going to see that it does not have that on the current bar. Okay. All right. Well. Oh, you have it on your iPad. Okay. Success rate. I've been using this stuff for a long time. Actually, there's been this stuff displayed in the background sometimes on the stuff that I do in the morning that you guys haven't seen, you haven't really noticed, that I've been watching for a long time. Like years. But I don't display it all the time. I turn it on and watch it when you guys don't know. So I've been doing this for a long time. But success rate, because I don't keep track of things. Like in the morning, we have this, right? The spreadsheet from the morning session, where I do every day. I fill out the spreadsheet with the results of the trades that I took in the room in the morning. Because I don't have a room where I take trades live in front of people with this, I don't have a spreadsheet like this to show you the success rate. But what you can do is take the trial and go on to any minute chart that you want and do a bar replay. The beautiful thing with TradingView is you can do this bar replay and go back here, or go back here, or go back another month and do the bar replay and see bar by bar exactly what it did. Okay, that's the beauty of TradingView. Because this is something that's for stocks and futures, there's 1,700 stocks that you could possibly have a success rate or not on, and I'm not going to create something like that. You have the ability to go back and check this out and see how it's been. Okay, you missed it. He uses a 15 range with his XOM. He uses a 15 range. But he has a lot of shares that he can put on with Exxon. He buys a lot of shares every day. He has a lot at his disposal. Okay, so we just got a couple of ES sell short coming soon. It's another red one in the blue background. That's why it's given that right there. These last 3 right here. It hasn't actually triggered the trade. There is something I didn't tell you about. There was a question from one of the guys about what if you miss a trade? Because right now, it does at the beginning, and if you're in, you're in. If you're not, well, tough. You gotta wait for the next one. I am working on something to help with that. If I go in here, it's this one right here. so do that and hit add to chart, and you're gonna see some stuff on here. This is what it used to look like. All right, it used to look like this, and then I built the table because it's easier to see in the table than to try to read this stuff. So we'll get rid of that part. I think I can get rid of that part. Down here, labels. We'll uncheck the labels. Okay, we'll uncheck the bar color. You see how the arrows used to be too? They used to be down like that, and they didn't stick with price. The arrows, price would go up and down, and the arrows would stay down at the bottom or at the top. But this is something that I've been working on that will allow you to get into trades in the middle of a trend. Okay, see, I'm still working on it. It's not done yet, but it'll trigger in the middle of a trend. If you miss the original trade, it'll trigger on some of these pullbacks in the middle of the trend, so you can get in again if you miss the original trade. That's one of the other things that I'm working on. There was another thing that I was working on. I forgot what it was. But that'll be coming at some point. It's not really necessary, but it is something that I'm working on. Okay. Thanks, Casey. Is there any reason I'm not using candles? Well, you can use candles if you want to. In TradingView, all you have to do, if you have TradingView, then go here to targetviewtrades.com. I keep wanting to say our other website. Go to targetviewtrades.com and just sign up for it right here. You sign up for it. Part of the process is giving me your TradingView login ID. When I see you do this, then I'll be notified, and I'll set it up for you. All right, I'll let you know when everything's all set up. You'll get an email saying, everything's all set. That's how you get it. Okay. Is there any reason I'm not using candles? You mean these other candles? Let's see. In TradingView, they have candles that you can use like that if you want to use those. I mean, it's up to you. I use these in the morning. So I use these all the time because I use these in the morning, but you can use the other candles if you want to. It's up to you. Okay. And do I recommend any particular brokers for this system? Well, Gary, you can use whatever broker you want. I mean, like if you're going to use options, I use thinkorswim when I trade options. I use StoneX when I trade futures. I use thinkorswim when I trade equities. So you can use whatever broker you want for whatever thing you want. If you're trading futures, I wouldn't recommend thinkorswim for futures because number one, they have full margins almost all the time, I think. Number two, they're really clunky. If you're trading futures on a 30-minute chart, it's okay. But if you're trading futures on a smaller time frame, or you're day trading futures like I do in the morning, then I wouldn't recommend thinkorswim for that. But trading options, they're great for options. Options and equities. Okay, Gary. Let me see. I want to go down and make sure I got all the questions. Christian, you wanted me to put it on the gold 100 and I didn't leave it there. Is there something you wanted to see specifically on the gold 100? If you do that, we put it on the gold 100. Is there something specific you want to see on this? I'm sorry I didn't leave it there for you. Okay, when you get a sell alert, where do you sell it? Well, if you get a sell alert like this one back here, it would tell you exactly where to sell it. Let me go up and see if Christian answered. Not really. Okay, you saw what you needed. Okay, you just wanted to see it here and see what it looked like with the... Remember, every bar is $1,000. 100 range. It's $10 a tick for gold. Is there a micro gold? I don't know if there's a micro gold where it might be a dollar a tick, and then every bar would be $100. Okay. The sell alert. Let me go to something else I wanted to show you in here on. Okay, it's like right here, for instance, where you get the sell alert. You got the sell alert right here. It said short entry 61.3 right here on the bar close. So you sell 61.3. That's all. You stop 63.6. So your stop is going to be right up here. The prior bar is high. Is where the stop is going to be. Okay. So your stop is going to be, in this case right here, 2.3 points, so $230 for gold in this case. And it's got a 4-to-1 risk-reward ratio. So it's going to be 230 times 4 to 2 risk-reward ratio, 4.2. So it'd be 2.3 times 4.2. So it'd be about 10 bucks. It's $2.3 is your stop, and it's going to be about 10 bucks as your first target. Your entries here are 61.3. Your first target is 51.6. So it's just under 10 bucks. Okay, that's how you would do the short. Okay. I don't know why it keeps disconnecting like that. No, Jose, I'm not considering Ninja in the future for this. Ninja's just complicated, and I'm comfortable with everything that we have right here. TradingView is really cheap, and the data is cheap, and it's not all convoluted. It's easy to use. Once you start using it, it's really easy to use. Comparatively. I've used Ninja for years, and Dwayne wanted me to go to TradingView for many years. For like 5 years, I think he'd asked me to go to TradingView, and sadly I didn't do it when he first asked. I wish I would have. Yeah, TradingView will let you trade from like a whole bunch of brokers. One of you guys asked about the different brokers that you can have. Here's a list of brokers down here. Okay, these are brokers that you can use. Okay, all these brokers down here you can use. So however you want to get in there and use them, it's up to you. But all these guys, they directly connect with TradingView. Right? All those guys directly connect with TradingView. If you don't want one that directly connects with TradingView, like, I use StoneX, but I don't recommend, StoneX is right here. I use StoneX, but I trade on my DOM. I trade on the actual StoneX DOM, which is, I'll bring one up. Hang on, I'm trying to find one. Here's one. I trade on the actual StoneX DOM. All right, this is my DT Pro DOM, but it's StoneX, same thing. This is where I place my trades. All right. Now, TradingView itself, if you go here, I have to open up, I have to connect to the paper account to be able to do this. Okay, so TradingView itself, if I do shift, I got to be on an actual symbol too. I can't be on the one. What's the current symbol for gold? Is it M? I think it's M. We'll go with M. And now if I do Shift D, all right, so this is the DOM that TradingView provides. Now if I connect this to my StoneX account, then I can execute trades in my StoneX account from this DOM. All right, this is the DOM that they provide. But this is a layer on top of mine, because it'll go from here to my DOM to the exchange. So it's a whole extra layer. Okay. But yeah, TradingView, if you're trading futures, or if you're trading on a larger time frame, if you're not day trading like I do in the morning, if you're trading on a much larger time frame, then trading directly from here is fine. If you don't, if you're not placing 20 trades in an hour, then trading directly from there is fine. Okay, let me log out of that. But if you're trading like I do in the morning, all the day trading that I do in the morning, I don't recommend having that extra layer. I mean, I've actually shown you guys, back when we first started doing TradingView and we first connected to StoneX with it, I showed you how it took the trade from that DOM. It actually put it onto my DOM. I showed you my DOM and that DOM. Put it on that one, then onto mine, and then to the exchange. And there are just too many places that can break. All right. More questions? I've run over my hour, but it doesn't. I don't have to end in an hour. They didn't really give me a countdown timer on this. Not this time. Last week they did, but I'm recording it separately anyway. So even if they did, I don't care. The meeting is obviously still going. All right. What plan on TradingView do I recommend? Well, what are you going to be trading, DS? What are you going to be trading? Do you trade more than one market? Do you trade more than two markets? Since it's free to begin with, when you first sign up, when you go here, you're gonna have. I don't get. They don't offer it to me, but they're gonna offer it to you 30 days for free. Sign up for the plus. Take the 30 days free for the plus, and then at the end of 30 days, if you like it and you're not using everything the plus offers you, you can downgrade to the essential. Okay, you're even in the middle of the 30 days, you can always downgrade to the essential. But yeah, I do, John. As a matter of fact, Jake texted me while we're doing this. He was texting me yesterday during the meeting, and he just texted me again. He was texting me yesterday morning with questions about it. So the question was, do I have Jada or Jake using TV trades yet? Jada, my wife, Jake, my son, and yes, I do. This is the perfect thing for somebody who doesn't really want to have to sit down and learn how to trade. If you want to learn how to trade, go to mytradingiq.com. If you want to be told when to trade right here. Right. Yeah, well, this is, John, this is perfect for that. How often do I revise my software? Jose, you're talking about the things that trigger the trades. That part of it I don't have to revise at all. Adding more features is the only kind of revision that I would do. Okay, if I add more features to it, giving you something else, some easier way to display things. Like John was asking me to make it so I can display this on the bottom, because on an iPad, it's easier for him to read it on the bottom than it is on the top. So that kind of software revision, I'll probably do that today. But that kind of thing is what it is. But the actual formula that goes into making this, I'm not revising that at all. There's no reason to. This stuff has been working for a very long time, and giving you more features is, like I showed you, the original in here. Where was it? It was in here, and I think it was in the setup. The PDF, this PDF, if you go through this, hang on. It shows you in here, step by step, and this is what it used to look like. These are all the things that I used to have in the properties. But I've had a bunch of people come and ask me to do things that'll make it better, for the user, but I didn't I originally wanted it to be really simple, so anybody off the street could just come in and turn it on and say, okay, I want to see shorts and I want to see longs. And then I had this in there, but I took that out because it was hard to explain. I had this in there, but everybody wants that. I had this in there, but everybody wants that. So I got rid of the option of putting it there. And it went from these 4 little things, to all of these things. And now if I add another thing in here that says display top or bottom, the left-right stuff, it'll be one more thing that says display right here. It'll say table position. It's going to have another one, table position top, bottom. It'll say table position is going to be one that says top, bottom, and it's going to be left, right, and center. So it's it evolves over time, and that's how all the things that I've created. I've been doing this for just about 20 years, and everything evolves. But the formulas behind it, they don't evolve. The formulas behind it stick. Some email announcement of what it is and how to use like mid-trade. Well, yeah, once I get you can throw the pivots in there and get your own heads up for that if you want to, Jose. Then once I create something, John, then yeah, of course everybody will get an email about it and there'll be an announcement. And if I do create a Telegram channel for everybody to go in there and a community in there, then I can just go in that Telegram community and announce it there to pin it in there. It's probably a good idea, but there's a lot of things on my plate right now. All right. So one more time, I'll show you this. If you want to take the free trial, go here to targetviewtrades.com, targetviewtrades.com, and it's right here. Just hit subscribe now. It's a 3-day free trial, then it's only $25 a week after the trial is done. Okay, that is a pretty simple process. Again, if you don't have TradingView charts, just go here to Getting Charts and follow through. You can get the charts for free for right now. You got to get the data. If you're going to use futures, you definitely got to get data for futures. Okay. I don't pay for data for the stocks. They have their own data thing that they use for the stocks. I don't think I pay for data for the stocks anyway. All right, we just had a short on the ES right here, a short condition met on the ES. Let's go see what that's done. So far the short condition on the ES is moved into profit some. The stop is going to be right up here. Okay, the first target on that is 52.41.25. Way down here is the first target on that. So, I mean, this time of the day, I would say when the European markets open up and look at the PPI numbers that we have, that may make a change like that. But, can you have pull down select is left, right, center? That is in there, John. The pull down in here. It's right here. Left, right, center. I'll have another one that says top, bottom. It'll be top by default, and you can select bottom. It'll go down to the bottom, and then the left, right, center. It'll just be one more line in here. Okay, by default it'll say top, and you can choose the bottom, and it'll push it down to the bottom. I already envisioned the whole thing in my head. I know what the code is like in the background. Okay. All right. Good to hear. Anybody that came in late, I did make a recording of this, and I am going to put the recording, if you go here to targetviewtrades.com, I'm going to put it out here. The one from last week is right here. I'll just put another one right on top of it. The one for this week will be right here in a little while. All right. So I recorded the whole thing, and hopefully all your questions will get answered in there. And if not, you can always email support@targetviewtrades.com. All right, guys. Yeah, this is a good number of people in here, and everybody stuck it out for the whole meeting, so that's great. Really, if you guys have any questions at all, then let me know. It is simple, yes, it really is simple. That was the whole idea, is to make it as simple as possible. You don't need to learn how to trade. If you don't have the time, you don't have the energy, you don't have the aptitude. If you do something else that's really complicated in your life, and you can't get your head around all the stuff that I normally do, all of this stuff. You can't get your head around all that. You don't have to. Okay? You don't have to do that. You don't have to be watching for it, waiting for every bar to pull back. I mean, granted, I get a lot more opportunity doing this stuff than I do with this. There's a lot more opportunity, but then I got to sit there and I got to wait on every trade and every bar. And in here, you got to notice ahead of time when it's going to happen. Like this one right here, it told you 15:59 that there was a short trade coming. So it actually told you all the way through here, but it finally told you here, and it actually triggered. And so here it was, and it's gone a little bit into profit so far. Okay, so you are welcome, Christian, and all you guys. That is it. I'm gonna wrap it up. All right, everybody. I have now gone a little extra. Can I show with the ribbon one more time? Yeah. Let me show you this a little bit different with the ribbon. Okay. Let me do something different here. You want to see it with the ribbon, but let me shut some things off in here. Okay. Like let's get rid of the context. We'll get rid of the no trade zone. So there. Now it's just TV trades background colors with TV trades background colors with the normal stuff that we do in the morning. Okay. You can do it, but you're complicating it. Alright. You don't need to do it, but did you see how there were a lot more opportunities in there if you do it that way? But, no. You don't need all those opportunities, really. Alright. All right, guys. Thank you all for coming. Again, if anybody's got any questions, you can email support@targetviewtrades.com. I really had to think that. Support@targetviewtrades.com. If you have a question for me, hang on, let me do this. You can text me. Text at this number. You can text me at that number, okay, if you have a question. And you gotta let me know who you are when you text me, all right? Because I don't, unless you're already in my, and a lot of you guys are, but unless you're already in my call list, I won't know who you are, all right? So that is it. Thank you all for coming. I'm going to wrap up this meeting. Again, if you haven't taken a trial and you want to take a trial, go here to targetviewtrades.com, sign up right there, click that. It's a really easy process. If I click it, you'll see. This goes through Stripe, 3 days free, then $25 a week, and just fill this out, okay? It's a really simple process. All right. How do you get your TV trades in TradingView? You gotta go through that process that I just told you, and then give me ADMI, do that, and give me your TradingView ID. When you do that, I'll see it. I mean, I haven't looked yet, but if you've done it already, then then I'll see it, and I'll get your TradingView ID. What is? Let me see. I'm looking to see. I don't have your email, do I? I'll be able to find your email. You got to send me your TradingView ID. Okay. Once you send me your TradingView ID, then I'll be able to enable it for you. Just go through this. Click on subscribe now. Part of that is going to be giving me your TradingView ID. Okay. After you fill it out and it confirms it, then it brings you to another page that says, okay, you need to do this for me to enable it, and it's giving me your TradingView ID. It's a little form you have to fill out. Okay. So when you do that, I'll have everything. I'll give you everything, and I'll set you all up. Right? That's all you have to do. Click on this, and then I'll know, and I'll get you set up. All right? If I need to get any more information from you, I'll get it from you, and I'll get you set up. Right? So if you guys do all that, anybody that wants to do that right now, I'm sitting here at my desk, and I can get you guys set up now. Okay? If you're not already set up. Like, I know some of you guys are already set up, but if you're not already set up, then just let me know. All right? All right, I think that is the last question, I think. All right. Again, thank you all for coming. All right. I'll do another one. I might do one of these weekly so I can answer your questions and stuff. Do a little Q&A every week for you guys. All right? All right. I am going to stop the recording here and stop the recording over here. All right. Again, thank you all for coming. We'll be in touch soon.